Hello, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the pool party. I hope you can swim because we're definitely diving into the deep end with a huge splash of truth, facts, evidence, information, and proof. Swim. Say what you mean. It's talk about talking. How we listen, how we hear, how we speak, how we hear what we're listening to when we speak, how a listener hears what we're saying, if what we're saying, what they're actually hearing and or understanding. Is it clear? Swim. Say what you mean. Well, that's just the beginning of understanding, because after we get that understanding, how do we accept it? How we respond if it's not what we expect is paramount. Are you okay with the truth? Are you man, woman, human, or spiritual enough to accept the truth? Let's find out.
Let's do it.
Welcome to The Swimming Pool with your host, Travis Bridges.
Bam! Good evening and welcome to the swimming pool. I have to get really close to the screen like this because I don't have my fancy stuff connected and I am on travel mode, of course. And this is just how I'm going to be doing it for a little while, and I'm okay with that. Here's what I'm going to call this the Thanksgiving edition. It's Wednesday night, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't feel like being here, but I just want to get back into the swing of things because it's therapy for me, and I like to share, my thoughts, views, and comments about whatever's happening or whatever's going on. So here I am. Here's hoping you had a fantastic week already and that you're excited. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and in the United States of the Americas, people are probably up right now putting things in the oven, taking things out of the refrigerator, mixing things on the stove. They're just doing everything that they need to do to prepare for what we call the Thanksgiving feast. Now, someone said to me today, one of my foreign friends said, hey, tomorrow is a big holiday for you tomorrow. I said, well, it is for my country, but it's not necessarily for me. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm not really into holidays the way I used to be. I do respect all holidays, and for those who celebrate, I celebrate with them. I don't want to be a party pooper, but I do celebrate, for other people, but not necessarily for myself. With that being said, the holidays are always special anyway, and in this particular season, it makes me think of my mother. Man, do I wish my mother was here with me. If I get a little misty in the eyes, I've got some things flying around here, so if something flies into my eye, just forgive me. But particularly now, this is a time that I wish I could talk to my mother. I really do, because she always had a way of knowing whenever I needed to hear something specific and particular, and she would talk to me and say certain things, especially over the phone, because when I moved away from home at 17, I never moved back home in the house, so to speak. Of course, I visited and I called my mother often. I even had my mother come and visit me in Florida a couple times, and that was very interesting. And she just always would know what to say to me, and I call on her energy and her spirit even now in these trying times, and I have to remember what she would say to me. And sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, I'm going to be really short tonight, but I want to talk about my son. Before I talk about my son, I want to talk about some things that I'm grateful for and thankful for. And there are a lot of people that are in my life, that have been in my life, and even some of those that are no longer in my life. I want everyone to know that I love you so much. I really do. I don't even know how to say that. And I know I don't have a script. I'm not going to do a script anymore. When I turn on the microphone and the camera, I'm just going to go. But I do want to say to the people who have impacted my life, good, bad, and not so good, that there is not a bone in my body that holds any resentment or any form of anything negative towards anyone. And I'm thankful for everyone that I've had the honor, privilege, and pleasure, of meeting in people that are just in my life on a daily basis. You know who you are. And I will just say to you, I am grateful for your presence. And I'm thankful for everything that you have extended to me. So with that being said, happy Thanksgiving. And now what I wanted to talk about was my son. He just celebrated his 33rd birthday. And I look at these, whiskers that I have growing that are turning a little gray. And I say, man, my son is 33. It was just like yesterday he was born. But there are some things, as I was just reflecting on my mother, she is no longer here. But I have her in my heart and she lives with me. And I know she would be proud of me, even with some of my failures. I believe she would be proud of me today. So with that being said, I want to talk about my son because guess what? If life goes its normal way, I may not be here for my son, forever and always. But there are some things that I want to leave behind and, even in the form of prayers and well wishes and just good energy for my son. He turned 33 just a few days ago, not too long. And I went out and I got a cake because I wasn't able to be with him and his family. I'll be with them in a few more days, but I wasn't able to be with my son. But I went out and I got a cake and I almost ate the whole thing. Well, maybe I did eat most of it. Anyway, I got a cake and I celebrated, my son's birthday. And I remember when he turned 21, symbolically, I gave him this silver chain. And you may see him, he wears it still. Now he's wearing 2 of the last 3 that I presented to him. On his 21st birthday, on his 21st birthday, his 25th birthday, and his 30th birthday. So he has 3 silver chains. I want to say they're platinum, but I won't. But he has 3 silver looking chains that I presented to him when he turned those ages. And I told him when he turned 33, you may think you know something, but between 33 and 40 is when you're going to really realize your manhood. I actually told him that. And when I see him again in a few more days, I'm going to in person give him my version of this promotion of reaching the age of 33. If you are a man and you are beyond 33, especially if you're in my age range, you'll know what I'm talking about. We don't even really begin to even know we are alive until we cross over that mark. Then by the time we cross over 40 and 50, those are major milestones where life just changes. And if you are a female, if you are a woman, you will have no clue as to what I'm talking about. So don't worry about it. I'm talking to the brothers right now, particularly my son. But there are some things that I know I would want him to have. And of course, I have told him, I'm telling him now, but maybe he'll be able to reflect on this video if I am, for whatever reason, not here one day. And I think I would say this on behalf of a lot of fathers and parents in general. And I'm just going to try to speak from my heart at the moment. And I did write some things down. I have some notes here. As he continues to grow, he's going to experience certain things in life. And I'm just going to say this, and you can take this for yourself. I'm trying to plug in my computer because, here we go. You can take this for yourself. And it's good advice. I'm taking some of it for myself also. Don't be like your enemies. I don't know who it was to say, don't be like the person or thing that disturbed your energy, or don't be like, the things or the people that caused harm to you. It's amazing when things happen, the first thing we want to do is pay somebody back. Sure, that's good in some ways. Karma is always, on time. But don't be like the person who broke you. That's one of the first things I want to share. I would share with my son. And to take a failure as a lesson. Failure doesn't always mean the end of, your life. It's just the end of that part of life. And it's an opportunity to become better and to try again. Also, when you do fall, get up and keep moving and learn from whatever mistake you may have made or whatever failure, you experience. And things happen. We go through seasons and reasons, whether it's a job or it's a person, things that always come into our lives are not always there to stay. Just know that when seasons end, they end. Not saying things can't come back or, we can't rehash certain things, but be okay with letting go of some things and some people. What else? Always examine yourself. Man, we want to look at what happened all the time and not necessarily our role. The best thing you can do in moving on and healing and growing and becoming better is to look at yourself. Try not to focus on what he or she said or what they did or how they did it. And of course, sometimes people are not nice and people are wherever they are. We want to focus on ourselves. What else? And somebody was talking to someone just the other day about time. I pride myself in being punctual, and I said something to someone about, playing the saxophone for a lot of years and just never being late for a gig. If I say 4 o'clock means 4 o'clock to me. If I know at 3:15 that I'm not going to be there at 4 o'clock, guess what you're going to get? A phone call or a text. You're going to know. It's just something that I like to do. Accountability and availability is my love language, even to my detriment. Sometimes, particularly in relationships, sometimes we're told, don't be so available to people, try to play, this role or whatnot. It's just never been my kind of person. I don't want to act like I don't see your call or your text, especially in business. How do I say this? I want to be available. If I'm busy, I'm busy. But if I'm not, I want to hear from you. I want to give you information. If you're calling me about a gig or if you're calling me just to say hello, I don't want to act like I'm just too busy. I don't want to play that. So where were I? Oh yeah, making amends. I was talking about the time. If you cost somebody time, like if you're late and you cause someone to be late, you need to take responsibility for that. So as I was saying to the other person, this was just yesterday about being late. If I cost you, I'm going to take responsibility for whatever it cost you. The last thing I'm going to do is just give you an excuse and say, hey, the traffic was bad or something happened that was beyond my control. Well, yes, something, you can, no, you start early, start earlier. Anyway, oh yeah, time, that's just the same thing. Okay, so there we are. That's just the end of that. I just would like to let everyone know to be thankful, to be grateful, to show gratitude, even in, trying and struggling times of trials. We can always find something to be thankful for and something to be grateful for, and we can always improve no matter how good, we think things are. We can always do better. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's see, how much time am I in? How much time? I'm easy today. Oh yeah, real easy. Anyway, with that being said, enjoy your family, enjoy your meal, and understand, for those who don't know, for some of my foreign friends, Thanksgiving, from what I understand and what I remember, is a time when the settlers came and the natives were there and they wanted to make peace and welcome them to what they considered, the newfound land. And Thanksgiving, the feast, was somewhat like a peace gathering, to come to just bring about peace and to be thankful. So that's why we celebrate, Thanksgiving, in the USA. And sometimes, I guess people have, more detailed information than I just presented. But from what I remember, it was a time for families to get together and eat, baby, eat. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to get me a good workout in, and I'm going to have me some traditional, American Thanksgiving food, and I'm going to enjoy my time of Thanksgiving. Here's hoping that you will do the same. In the meantime, find someone you need to say I love you to. Don't just say it, show it, mean it, and let it be true. All right? Till the next time, take care. Where's my closing? Here it is. Okay. Enjoy your day, the rest of your evening. Good night.
SWYM. Say what you mean. As much as this information is designed to bring awareness to how we listen, hear, and process, it is also a form of therapy. The little person inside of all of us needs to be heard. As adults, even listening to ourselves is a form of healing, strengthening, and growth. It's okay to speak, talk, express yourself, and be heard, even if you're the only listener. If our testimony does anything at all for anyone else, that makes the continued effort worth the time. Get the words out. You'll feel better, and that's a promise. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Sometimes it seems like all the good times are gone, but you got to keep on searching. You got to keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. For example, take me standing right here today. I would not be here with you if I believed the things that the people say. You got to keep on searching. Keep on searching. Keep it on the cool side. Keep it on the cool side. Keep on looking around.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.